Have you heard about the Sahibi river? It flows through Delhi and used to feed the Najafgarh Jheel. Downstream of the Jheel, the river continued its path in the form of a series of jheels communicating through small streams, becoming a tributary of the Yamuna. This was before the Flood and Irrigation Department deemed it to be a flood hazard and channelized and widened the river so much that the whole lake was drained. And now the Sahibi is known as the Najafgarh Nala, one of the biggest polluters of the Yamuna in Delhi, because of the amount of untreated sewage that enters it. Of course, it is only when the Nala meets the river that there is some water in the Yamuna. As before this confluence at the Wazirabad barrage, whatever water remains in the Yamuna is siphoned off for treatment and supplied to Delhi. Thus, the Sahibi river became the Najafgarh Nala, the Najafgarh drain. When we hear the word Nala, we are reminded of something like a river of dirty water. We seem to have forgotten that both these words, Nala and drain, in their respective languages, used to mean something else. A Nala used to be a watercourse, a river, a ravine. It was a tributary of rivers with its own catchment areas. It could be perennial or seasonal, transporting storm water to the river. But now, the original meaning of the word is so lost that we mourn that the Yamuna is no longer a river, but has become a drain, a nala. How did this happen? How did the meaning of the word change? 80% of the water that we use becomes sewage. Thus, the more water you use, the more sewage we generate. This dirty water then makes up the rivers of dirty water. And cities that have a sewage system require greater amount of water so that the sewage flows. When, for conserving water, the 12-liter flush in toilets was replaced by an 8-liter flush, the number of blockages in sewage pipes increased. The water is necessary, not only to make the shit disappear from the toilet, but to transport the shit across the city to sewage treatment plants when they exist, or to the rivers and drainage channels which can take it away from the city. And even though we have killed our nalas and are throttling our rivers, we continue propagating the same policies and practices. We continue the process of invisibilization of waste, building more toilets with flushes and sewage systems, and we say this is the need of the hour. We do not question as to what happens to that shit after we pull the flush. How did the meaning of the word Nala change? How did we forget that the Sahibi was a river? Last year, we declared the Ganga and Yamuna as living entities who have rights. What does this mean? How will this help these rivers? But also, what about the other rivers of our country?